close your eyes for a moment and let the silence of this moment unfold like a soft curtain. You have journeyed through the earlier stages of hypnotism, learning to focus, deepen, and project. Now, the seventh exercise takes you into a realm where two minds begin to share one rhythm. This is the exercise of mental synchrony, the quiet art of telepathic resonance. It is not about reading thoughts or controlling others. It is about tuning consciousness, aligning mental frequencies so that understanding, empathy, and awareness flow naturally between minds. In hypnotism, every exercise before this has prepared you for this one. When you train focus, you learn stillness. When you learn projection, you learn expansion. Now you must learn union, the ability to sense the subtle patterns of another's consciousness while remaining rooted in your own. Science calls it neural resonance. When two people think, feel, or breathe in harmony, their brain waves begin to mirror each other. This is not fiction, this is physics. Neurons communicate through electromagnetic fields. Every thought you produce carries a measurable wave. And when two minds share a state, calm, trust, curiosity, those waves can fall into alignment. Mystics have described this for centuries as the thread of golden light between souls, the bridge of consciousness, or simply the unspoken understanding. So telepathy is not a mysterious gift. It is the refinement of attention. It is the trained sensitivity of a mind that has learned to listen beyond words. Imagine that between every two beings, there exists a field of potential connection, like a quiet stream that flows beneath the noise of the world. Most never notice it. They stand on opposite shores, shouting across the current. But a few learn to step into the water, to feel its quiet flow between thoughts. When you enter that stream, you do not send thoughts. You share them, gently like two instruments tuning to the same note. When you enter that stream, you do not send thoughts. You share them, gently like two instruments tuning to the same note. The seventh exercise trains you to hear that note. To understand mental synchrony, you must first understand resonance. When two tuning forks of the same frequency are placed close, and one begins to vibrate, the other soon vibrates as well. Energy transfers naturally through shared frequency. Your mind works the same way. When you hold a clear mental state, calm, focused, loving, and another mind nearby becomes quiet enough, that state can transfer not by force but by harmony. That is the essence of hypnotic telepathy. Not intrusion, but inclusion. In hypnotism, this resonance deepens during trance. When you enter the same rhythm of breath and thought as another, a bridge forms between subconscious minds. Communication becomes subtle, immediate, like intuition that speaks without words. But before you step into that field, you must carry with you one principle: purity of intention. The purpose of telepathic connection is understanding, not control. To sense what another feels, not to alter it. To share awareness, not to manipulate perception. Because when you open the bridge between minds, you do not only sense another, you also allow them to sense you. Thus, the state you carry becomes the message you transmit. So you must enter this exercise with an inner stillness, a mind free from judgment, ego, or desire. Only then can the connection be clear. Let us now begin to prepare. Sit comfortably and let your body relax. Feel the spine tall, the breath soft and rhythmic. With each inhale, imagine the mind becoming lighter, and with each exhale, more open. Let thoughts come and go like ripples on a lake. You do not push them away. You simply let them settle naturally. As the surface of the mind becomes still, you begin to sense a quiet vibration beneath it, a hum that is always there. That hum is the background resonance of consciousness. It connects every living mind. Focus on that hum, a vibration of awareness that belongs to all beings. You're not seeking anyone in particular yet. You're simply feeling the field, the shared mental space of existence. Stay with that awareness. Feel your breath synchronize with the rhythm of the unseen life around you. The air, the pulse of the world, the heartbeat of thought itself. Now, as your awareness expands, choose one mind, someone you trust or feel connected to. It could be a friend, a loved one, a teacher, or even a guiding presence you imagine. You will not call their name. You will simply recall their feeling, their essence, their quiet signature in your memory. Do not visualize their face. Feel their energy. Notice how that feeling changes the vibration around you. You are not reaching outward. You are allowing inward resonance. Two frequencies slowly adjusting to harmony. If your thoughts wander, bring them back to the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, awareness expands. Exhale, connection deepens. You may begin to feel subtle warmth in your chest or a tingling between your eyes. That is simply energy aligning, the gentle tuning of two consciousness fields. Remain in this quiet alignment. There is no effort, only listening. Now, imagine between you and that other mind, a single thread of golden light, thin as silk, bright as sunrise. It does not pull. It simply vibrates with both of your thoughts. As you breathe, the thread becomes clearer, not physical, not imaginary, but energetic. It hums gently, a shared note in the silence. This is the telepathic bridge. You are not crossing it. You are becoming it. The bridge exists because you allow stillness to connect. Stay here for a few moments, aware of the golden thread. Sense its rhythm. Sense how it brightens with calmness. You are now in the state of mental synchrony. Two minds in gentle resonance. Not bound, but harmonized. As you remain in this state, you may feel gentle emotions arise. Warmth, peace, or a silent joy. These are signals of connection. You're sensing the shared field of consciousness that flows between all living beings. Hold this awareness softly. Do not analyze it. Simply feel it, like the sunlight that falls equally on every leaf. And now, as the first phase of this 7th exercise draws to a close, you have learned the foundation of telepathic connection, how stillness becomes the bridge. In part 2, you will deepen this journey, learning how to exchange thoughts through resonance, to send calmness, clarity, and inspiration across distance, and to return into stillness, where all minds meet as one. Stay in silence for a few breaths more. Let the hum of connection fade naturally, until all that remains is peace. Let your breathing deepen. Let every breath become a step inward, as if descending a quiet spiral staircase into the most peaceful chamber of your mind. Each step takes you further from distraction, further from noise, and closer to the calm, open field of awareness, where all minds quietly meet. You are safe. You are grounded. You are awake within your inner world. Now we begin the practice of telepathic synchrony, not to control or invade, but to resonate, to attune to the natural harmony that underlies all consciousness. As you inhale, imagine your awareness expanding gently outward. And as you exhale, feel it soften into the space around you. You are breathing into the mind field, the invisible ocean that surrounds and connects every being. Imagine your thoughts as ripples upon this ocean. When you are calm, the ripples settle. When you are still, the water becomes clear, and through it, distant reflections begin to appear. Hold that image. Your consciousness is a calm, reflective lake. Anything can be seen in it, because nothing disturbs its surface. Now bring your attention to your breath once more. Imagine that as you inhale, you draw in the rhythm of that person's mind. As you exhale, you offer calmness in return. Inhale, receive. Exhale, give. A balanced flow of mental energy. If you listen closely within the silence, you might feel a subtle rhythm, a shared pattern, as if your breaths were synchronizing across invisible space. Do not force it. Let it happen. Let the connection emerge naturally. In this synchrony, there is no sender, no receiver, only resonance. Now within this shared field, a new possibility appears. The transmission of thought through pure intention. Choose one simple, luminous idea, perhaps a feeling of peace, a gentle wish of well-being, or a quiet message like all is calm. Do not think the words, feel them. Let the feeling gather in your chest, as if your heart were glowing softly with the essence of that message. Now, let that glow travel upward to your forehead, the center of focused awareness. The thought becomes light. Breathe out gently and imagine that light flowing along the golden thread you formed before, from your mind into the shared field, toward the other consciousness. It does not push. It simply shines. Stay with that feeling, the quiet transmission of meaning without words. You might sense warmth in your temples, a calm pulse between your brows, or a tingling around your heart. These are natural sensations of energy exchange. Remain calm. Remain open. Now, let the light return. Inhale softly and imagine the golden thread glowing as you receive an echo, a subtle response, not as words, but as a feeling, a tone in silence. This is the answer, the reflection of awareness meeting awareness. Now expand that golden thread outward. See it branching, connecting you not just to one mind, but to the quiet network of consciousness everywhere. You are part of a great lattice of light, where every thought of peace adds to the harmony. Every calm mind strengthens the whole. You do not need to imagine faces or names. Only light, pulsing softly, breathing with you. Feel that network now, alive and awake. You are both individual and infinite. You are the observer and the observed. Stay here for a few breaths, in this circle of subtle intelligence, where silence communicates perfectly. Now, let that network slowly dissolve into brightness, as if morning light were washing over stars. The connections fade, but the resonance remains. You are not disconnecting. You are integrating. Feel all the energy you shared returning, not as exhaustion, but as quiet vitality. Each breath draws the awareness back to your center, into your body, into the calm seat of the self. Your awareness condenses like dew, pure, luminous, and whole. You carry within you now the memory of synchrony, the awareness that minds can meet in silence, and that understanding can exist beyond words. Now rest. Let all imagery fade. No golden threads. No these thin mains. Only stillness. The field of consciousness remains, but you are not moving within it. You are the center, quiet, radiant, aware. In the still field, all minds are one. All thoughts dissolve into presence. You're not sending, not receiving. You are awareness itself. Stay in this open silence, where communication becomes communion. Slowly begin to return. The world around you reappears. The faint sound of breath, the gentle pulse of life through your body. You have crossed the telepathic bridge, not to reach another, but to discover that separation was never truly there. Remember, the mind's greatest power is not domination, but resonance. Not command, but understanding. Not control, but connection. Use this gift gently. When you meet another mind, meet it as stillness meets stillness, and the bridge will open naturally. You are now awake, calm, centered, and quietly luminous.